we will now move on to our trailer roundup featuring the new trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I'm not gonna lie, Doctor. Before we do get to that, some major news just happened. Sad news.
Should I buckle up?
In a bad way. Sadly, William Hurt just died.
No.
Yeah, he just died.
How?
I don't know. Obviously, like
pushing 80. How old was he?
71.
Oh man, younger than I thought.
Yeah, so I don't know if we'll, that's just sad to kind of include in the podcast, but just man.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, obviously MCU, like they're in the MCU, but hey, broadcast news, great movie. He was in that.
We talked about that recently.
Yeah. A History of Violence with Aragorn. He was in that and really nominated for an Oscar there too. So, sorry to bring the vibes down a bit, but yeah, that was just something that just came across the news feed.
Yeah, something definitely to bring to our attention. I think I'm going to watch broadcast news tonight. I was due to watch that anyway. You gave a great recommendation for it. I believe it's on HBO Max. So I'll give that a watch and in tribute to our guy, William Hurts. And yeah, that leaves a hole in the MCU.
All right. Sorry.
All right. Let's bring the vibes up. And you know how we bring the vibes up, Ricky? Is not only talking about Star Wars, but it's talking about the best part of the prequel trilogy. And that is one Ewan McGregor. That is one Obi-Wan Kenobi. That is one that has a series that takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, 9 years before A New Hope. We're here to give you the breakdown of the newest trailer, one that we had been begging for months upon months. We thought we were getting at the Super Bowl, but it's finally here. Ricky Flex, what was your initial reaction upon watching the Obi-Wan Kenobi miniseries trailer?
Initial reaction was happy we got something. Very happy we got something. We were overdue. We were overdue to have something. So finally we got it. But then my next reaction was, wow, we didn't get to see Hayden Christensen. That was my next reaction. Now, we did get a still after the fact. Yep. It wasn't in the trailer. So that's fine. It did look sick. But yeah, that was my first reaction. I have more, but I know, like, what was yours first reaction?
I mean, the first thing I took away was honestly John Williams. That was the first thing, because you had my two favorite scores in the history of movies being mashed up into one trailer. And I say not just Star Wars scores. I'm talking about scores of all time. A mash of Duel of the Fates with Revenge of the Sith. Like those two scores being put together, I don't even think a Big Booty Mix could be as great in terms of collaboration of old school themes and old school songs. I thought that was great for an Obi-Wan trailer. It has connections to the prequels, right? And I think this is obviously Obi-Wan from the prequels. Ewan McGregor. The best part of it, as I said before, there's so many people that adore the prequels, that grew up on the prequels. As much as like all Star Wars fans kind of look down upon the prequels, this was the biggest movie franchise for a generation. And to have those themes coming on, along with Ewan McGregor popping up on the screen, watching a young Luke on Tatooine, I was getting goosebumps, bro. I was getting goosebumps. What do you think about having the Duel of the Fates and Revenge of the Sith like mash up there in the trailer?
I think you summed it up perfectly. I won't add any more to that, but I will also say my next reaction was the Inquisitor, Rupert.
Yes, so, I got to go into them.
Yeah, like for me personally, like that's just them doing that. That just shows they're showing for the Rebel series, Clone Wars and Rebels,
Star Wars Rebels.
Excuse me. So that's what it looks like to me. That's great for Star Wars fans. Like unbelievable. Those are obviously wildly popular. So they're actually still implementing stuff not like we saw with Ahsoka Tano with the fan cast from Rosario Dawson. They want to please fans. They're doing it with this. Now, did he look incredible? Like when you look at Rebels and when you watch Rebels and the Inquisitor there, he looks like a skinny, he looks like a stick. Here, he looks more stocky,
like an egghead type.
Yeah.
Of thing.
So I don't know. But hey, I actually do think Rupert, how do you pronounce it? Friend or
Rupert Friend, I believe that's how it is. Rupert Friend.
Add to the list. But yeah,
Death of Stalin, baby.
yeah,
Death
like
of Stalin.
that's like got to be your guy.
Yeah, I am excited to see him here. I know he's a part of Homeland. I never saw that show, but I think we do have to give a background on the Inquisitors just to make sure all of our audience knows who they are and know that they are a big deal. So the Inquisitors, I just do my homework. I've not seen Star Wars Rebels, the animated series. I didn't see Star Wars, the Clone Wars. So the Inquisitors are this group that are under the control, or they take orders from Darth Vader. All right, between episodes 3 and 4, their job is to be Jedi hunters. So they take down, after Order 66 comes down from Emperor Palpatine, there are some surviving Jedis. So the Inquisitors, their job is to erase them all for good. So you're going to have, obviously, Hayden Christensen returning as Darth Vader, but also you have this group, that's like Star Wars usually have these levels of villains. So you have like the one that's a little lesser than like, obviously Darth Vader, and lesser than Palpatine, okay, patrolling the galaxy, looking to take down arguably the most dangerous Jedi that's still like active, right? Because at this time you still have Yoda who's still out there, but you have Obi-Wan it's kind of complex, and I'm excited to see how they approach this. Obi-Wan's looking after Luke Skywalker on Tatooine, but also trying to survive and trying to outrun these Inquisitors, right? That are tracking him. So you see him on Tatooine, you see him going on different planets. It's going to be an epic journey that I can't wait to see. But in terms of someone who wasn't familiar with the animated series, I didn't have a problem with the way the Inquisitors look, just because I didn't really know how they were supposed to look. You know what I mean?
I don't. Yeah, like Egghead is a good, I think a good, like summed up with the way he looked in this trailer. But anyway, so it's cool that we're implementing that, right? Very cool. And then I just had a thought, like obviously this is 6 episodes, I believe, this series, so a little shorter, and we are going to get a Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan showdown. We are getting.
We're getting at least 2 fights. It said we're getting at least 2 battles between them.
I think, like, they aren't going to do this because they're trying to get Disney Plus up and up, but they should. We have to see this on the big screen. Like, you gotta put this.
That'd be
in
so awesome, Ricky.
You can't not put this in theaters.
They should do strictly the finale in theaters.
You're gonna be doing Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan, Hayden Christensen versus Ewan McGregor on your laptop. You're gonna be seeing it there. No. Cannot, will not, should not. Ridiculous. And it's ridiculous. Like, we cannot be putting this just for television series and just for television. We need to see this theatrically on a movie screen. Put it in IMAX, get to your Dolby Cinemas, like AMC, like make a statement saying that you will buy like one night only. The revenues would be crazy.
Yes, I agree. Kathleen Kennedy's getting a little reckless. She all of a sudden you have Luke Skywalker in Mandalorian and Boba Fett. Right, you can't just all of a sudden just be putting Darth Vader. It was already bold enough. You had Darth Vader in Rogue One. Now you're putting him in a limited series. Are you kidding me? This deserves recognition on the big screen. We should write a petition of some sort or make our presence felt on social media.
Notes app, Twitter.
Well, notes app this bad boy, dude.
But how absurd is it that we will be seeing this on a laptop or a TV? Like, that is asinine. Literally asinine.
Blasphemous.
Blasphemous. But yeah, I would say the most bold thing they've ever done with Darth Vader is had him use a freaking pun. Like that's what I hope you don't choke on your aspirations. Just this franchise, unbelievable. But no, so end of the day,
excited though.
Great.
Excited though.
Very excited. We got to see Joel Egerton, which is cool. Did not see Benny Safdie, rumored to be in this as well. O'Shea Jackson, rumored to be in this, and who else am I missing? Camille Anjami, right?
Nanjiani,
yeah, he's supposed to be in this too. So like we didn't see any of them. So interesting to see like Camille, like he's now like jacked. Is he gonna be an Inquisitor? Like I don't know what's gonna be like the deal is gonna
jacked
be.
Equals Inquisitor.
Like I don't know because he's not gonna be a Jedi. So like what is he gonna do? I don't know. But I'm interested to see the other players in this, and if we ever get an interaction with Luke, like. Obviously, it won't be Obi-Wan probably, but like, do we see some Luke interactions? I don't know.
That would be awesome. It's what I heard is that this series is being rewritten, right? It kind of, we didn't know if this series was actually going to happen at any point. There were some rumors, I believe, that they were concerned as they were writing this Obi-Wan series. It was going to be more about Obi-Wan protecting Luke, which is all too similar to the Mandalorian with Mando protecting Grogu. So they didn't want a similar story being told, right, within this universe. Okay. And it seems like they're just like replicating itself. And that's always a problem with these franchise type of builders and these shows and these movies. So I like that we're getting something different. I like that we thought that strategy. I think it's smart. I also love that he didn't take out the lightsaber once in this trailer. It shows that he is a man on the run. He is on wanted posters, right? He is someone that needs to be tracked down, right, by this evil organization. He is an outlaw, an absolute outlaw. All right. So when he takes out that lightsaber, it's just going to be a crazy moment in the series. When that
build up this tension.
When you have, right, that green lightsaber, just light the frick up. Or is it blue? Is it green or blue?
His right now would be blue, right?
Yeah. Blue, right? So when it lights up blue, and then he has to take on an Inquisitor, or he can take on Anakin, right? But it's also the emotional weight of his character right now. He's coming off of such a traumatic experience where his student of years, right? He's known for decades, turned against him and the Jedi Order, okay? And joined the dark side. He is basically the hand of Emperor Palpatine, and seeing how he has to deal with that. And he has to look after Luke to make sure Luke doesn't go down this path. And Luke, he has to make sure becomes this savior type of figure, you know, this messiah to kind of save the galaxy from the Emperor and Darth Vader. So I think there's going to be an emotional weight here. There is a story to be told. And I think that's kind of a key when you look at blockbuster franchises. You want to bring back iconic characters. You want to make sure there's a suitable story. I think you can find one here, Ricky Flicks. I really do.
Yeah, no, I think you summed that up perfectly. And hey, I am a little nervous. You like kind of got my brain going again a little bit. I am a little nervous, like Ahsoka Tano. They'll probably like squeeze her in here somehow, just to hype her up for her series coming out next year. Like they're gonna. Do we see the Mandalorian? Just a brief cameo? Like I don't know. Like honestly, I think everything's on the cards, and I'm a little nervous with that.
I think Mando's been in the operation that long.
But maybe we just see a Mandalorian or something. Like just I don't know, get ready for the next season of Mandalorian coming out. Like I think that it's such
a supporting character, a new one.
Yeah, so I'm a little nervous for that, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good or bad this is gonna be. I'm just so happy that we're getting this, and then we're getting the scenes that we want. We're seeing the Inquisitors, we're seeing Obi-Wan, we're seeing Hayden Christensen back, and we're gonna get two Darth Vader, Obi-Wan showdowns. That's what we want. Hopefully it's great, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy we're actually getting it after all these years.
You see the influence that Dave Filoni has on this Star Wars TV universe, the guy who's responsible for the Star Wars animated universe. I think it's almost a guarantee that we get Ahsoka Tano in the series, but in a flashback. Anakin Skywalker is coming back as Darth Vader. They could have anyone wear the Darth Vader suit, and you could have someone do the voiceover. But the fact that you are emphasizing that Hayden Christensen is coming back to this role, you're going to see his face. How are you going to see his face? It's got to be flashbacks, right? It has to be, right?
Yeah.
To like Clone Wars era, showing the relationship between Obi-Wan and Anakin, maybe to a newer audience who may not be as familiar with this story, right? Of mentor and mentee. I think that has a ton of potential. Ahsoka Tano has been garnering a lot of attention through Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian, and I think it's important that we become familiar with her. She's getting her own series. A lot of people haven't seen Clone Wars or I think it's just Clone Wars, rather than maybe she was in Star Wars Rebels as well. I really don't know. I didn't watch the series, but I think I think it's an obvious emphasis that she's involved more and more with this TV universe. That's kind of replacing the films right now. It's kind of replacing the films. When's the next Star Wars movie we're getting? What is it?
I think it could be this. You could like charge Dave Filoni as the Star Wars franchise if they don't put this on the big, like for putting this on Disney Plus. Like they could charge them with a crime. Like just think about how big this is. This is what Star Wars is. Darth Vader is Star Wars.
iconic top. We said iconic villains in cinematic history. We talked about Hannibal Lecter and Joker last episode. Like Darth Vader's probably 3. Like, does Darth Vader deserve to be shown on a small screen? Does he deserve to be shown on a small screen?
Yeah, like we can't put Joker on the small screen. Like, what do we do? No. Ugh. Crime. Crime.
Man. So any other details you want to discuss before we kind of close out this trailer breakdown?
No, I think just seeing the Inquisitors now, like getting that confirmation here, it's just I might have to jump back into Clone Wars and Rebels. I haven't watched them in a long, long time, but I'm thinking I might have to jump back in, kind of just skim through, watch the important episodes.
I'm tempted to watch it. I never dove into it.
It's a lot. And, it takes out a lot of your time. That's my big problem with it.
You know, I'm more of a movie guy, dude. It's tough for me to just invest in a series that is seasons on seasons with heavy, like there's a lot of episodes for an animated show. I'm guessing there's a multitude, right? There's like a lot of episodes you got to bang through, and I'm sure not all of them are bangers, bro. Not all of them are bangers.
And like some of them focus on like the like the troops, like separate troops. They don't even have Jedis in the episode. Like it's just, I don't know. It's off and on, good and bad. But when it hits, it hits.
When it hits, it hits. All right, that might be enough for me. That might be enough for me. If Dave Filoni's involved, I might check it out. That'll do it for our breakdown of Obi-Wan.